Assalamu alaikum students. So today we'll discuss about a new topic in physics, that is flotation. So flotation you have studied in lower classes, or you can say in class 8, that when how a body will float. So it depends on the density. You studied in lower classes that if density of a solid is greater than density of liquid, then it will sink. Then you studied that if density of solid is less than density of liquid, then it will float. And if density of solid is equals to density of liquid, then in this case, body will float just below the surface of liquid. Okay, just below the surface of liquid. It will float, but just below the surface of liquid. And so these things you studies below the surface of liquid. Now because you come in ninth class, things become changed. You are in ninth now, you are supposed to understand the terms related to according to your standard. So here now we will understand the principle of flotation in terms of weight and upthrust. As you know that when a body is immersed in a water, then two types of forces are acting on it. When a body, okay, this is your body, it immersed in a liquid. Okay, this is your liquid. When it immersed in a liquid, then two types of forces are acting on it. What are they? One is what? Weight of the body. Second is what? Upthrust. Because upthrust is acting upward, that's why I'm showing here. It's not like that it's upping. It means this is your body. Okay, so upthrust is also acting like this. Okay, in upward direction. So two forces are acting when we are talking about a body which is immersed in a liquid. First is weight of the body, and second is upthrust. First is what? Weight of the body, weight of body, and second is what? Upthrust. Okay, these two forces are acting on a body when a body is immersed in a liquid. Now two things I told you, what are they? That is center of gravity and center of buoyancy. Center of gravity, what I told you, that if any body you are having, like suppose this is a solid. Okay, this is a solid, this is a solid. So this solid mass is supposed to be concentrated at one point. That is your center of gravity. That is your center of gravity. Now what happened? This is your center of gravity. Now what happened if you immerse your body partially in the liquid? Suppose this is the level of the liquid. This is the level of the liquid. Fine. Okay, this is the level of liquid. That means this much body is you can say immersed in water. Okay, I hope so you are understanding. I'm not having apparatus, so I cannot tell you. So suppose this is a liquid level of liquid, and this much body is immersed in a liquid. Now center of gravity is what? That whole mass of a body concentrated at one point. That is your center of gravity. Now center of buoyancy, what? Only center of all that part of the body which is immersed in a liquid. So this much part is immersed in liquid. Yeah. So this much part is immersed in a liquid. So center of buoyancy is what? That mass of this body, this part is concentrated as center. That will be your center of buoyancy. Center of buoyancy is related to the body which is immersed in a liquid. If suppose whole body is immersed in a liquid, then center of buoyancy and center of gravity will coincide. Now let's have a look with diagram. I will tell you now. Center of buoyancy and center of gravity I was telling you. So just have a look here. This is your, I'm just telling you the three cases. This is your container, and this is your box. So in this box, the whole box mass is concentrated to it here. So this is your center of gravity, and this whole body is immersed in a liquid. Therefore center of gravity and center of buoyancy will be same, because center of buoyancy, what? That the mass of that part of the body which is immersed in a liquid supposed to be centered at where? So that point is known as center of buoyancy. Now just look here. In this case, this is the level of liquid, this is your body. So body's center of gravity, body mass supposed to be as center. This is your center of gravity. But because this much part only immersed in a liquid, so if we will look to the this much part, then what will be the mass which is concentrated at the center? That will be this. So this is your what? Center of buoyancy. Center of buoyancy. Okay, so I hope so now center of gravity and center of buoyancy are clear to you. Now just have a look here. Center of gravity, weight is always acting on center of gravity. Weight is always acting on center of gravity, because weight of the body and center of gravity is the what, weight of the whole mass of the body, which is supposed to be considered at one point. And center of buoyancy, upthrust always act on center of buoyancy. Upthrust always act on center of buoyancy. Why? Upthrust is what? Upthrust only you will able to apply if you will immerse any part, any body inside the liquid, then only upthrust will occur. It's not like that if a body is kept here, so the upthrust is acting on it. No, there is another force acting on it, but not upthrust. Okay, so upthrust is related to the means if the body is immersed in a liquid, that is related to the upthrust. So, and buoyant force is also, so buoyant force related to will act on center of buoyancy. So always remember this, where weight of the body is acting on center of gravity and upthrust is acting on center of buoyancy. Fine. So that's why I made here this separate, so that you can understand this. This is upthrust and here this is weight. So these two things, I hope so they are clear.